Guys, the boys came in hot. 2 episodes, 2 major deaths, but is everyone really dead? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you that one of the dead characters might actually be alive. The show gave us the soup vaccine and you missed it? Let's get into the video. What's up guys, this is Comic Chronicles. The boys just delivered 2 insane episodes, right? They didn't let us catch our breath for a single minute. Action from start to finish and a ton of mysteries. Did Black Noir 2 really die? And Soldier Boy, is he actually gone? I couldn't wait to dive into this analysis with you. But first, smash that like button. We're entering a huge new phase here on the channel and I've got tons of content coming your way. Homelander's reign. Let's talk about Homelander. It's been a year since the season 4 finale of The Boys and the world is completely different. Homelander took over the United States, institutions like the FBI or the CIA don't exist anymore. Everything got torn down. The only thing that matters now is Homelander and Vought's will. In this scenario, the show's Homelander has completely surpassed his comic book counterpart, but their motivations were always a bit different. The comic book Homelander is under an absurd amount of psychological pressure. He was framed for crimes he didn't commit and he completely lost his mind. But the one in the show? No, he conquered everything he wanted. He didn't go crazy because he thought he crossed a line. Actually, what really drives him insane is the fact that most people don't truly love him. They respect him out of fear, not genuine devotion. And that's driving him insane. At the beginning of the first episode, Starlight placed a Flight 37 video during his presentation, and for a split second, just imagining that the crowd was afraid of him, he wanted to laser everyone. That's his level of emotional instability, which is kind of different from the comics. He's like a crybaby who feels lonely. Because of this, Sister Sage is able to hand him exactly what he asked for and rule the world through him. She's smart enough to keep him on a leash, but he's a ticking bomb, especially now that he holds an entire country in the palm of his hands. Speaking of differences between the show and the source material, if you want to see how this story originally ends, and trust me, it's much darker, you need to read the comics. I've linked the Boys Omnibus Complete Collection in the description and in our YouTube shopping tab. It's the best way to support the channel and see the absolute cinema version of Butcher's final plan. Grab yours before they sell out. Ashley's mystery and the new soup. Now about Ashley, do you guys remember that to escape death, she took Compound V in season 4? The biggest mystery was whether her powers would be related to her hair or if she would turn into a monster. From the looks of it, Ashley can now read minds or something close to it. Compound V created a second Ashley on the back of her head, very similar to Voldemort and Harry Potter in the Sorcerer's Stone. It seems like they both share the same mind and one of them reads thoughts, but there's a catch. She couldn't read Sister Sage's mind. Also, Ashley is now the Vice President of the United States, which is a clear critique of billionaire influence in the government. Another detail is that she married a soup named Oh Father, who first appeared in issue number 45 of the comics. On the show, he has sonic powers, but there seems to be more to it. When he screamed, Homelander had a revelation and heard a voice saying, "My boy." This father figure is just another piece on the board to manipulate the masses through faith, taking the spot left by Ezekiel after Billy Butcher killed him. Sister Sage and Black North plans. What is Sister Sage plotting? I don't buy her talk at all. She has a bigger plan, and I feel like it has something to do with Homelander's downfall. She knows he's a ticking bomb, and being around him is a constant risk. Sister Sage is the smartest person in the world. She definitely has a containment plan, a B plan. I suspect this plan involves Black Noir and the Deep. And speaking of those two, did you guys see they have a podcast now? It's a heavy satire of the internet's red pill movement. About Black Noir, you could already tell from the trailer breakdown that he was acting different. Black Noir 2 talks way too much and is always worried about his acting role. Did he throw himself into the character so deeply that he actually became the original? That would be the ultimate joke for the character if it happens. Or did they swap him out for a new soup? Maybe a Homelander clone? Another option is that the original Black Noir survived thanks to a healing factor and came back for revenge. The biggest clue is that the show didn't let him cross paths with Soldier Boy. The moment Homelander brings Soldier Boy into the meeting, Black Noir wasn't there. It could just be plot convenience, or it's a closely guarded secret, because Soldier Boy would recognize him instantly.
Starlight, Butcher, and the Super Virus. Starlight is way more badass now. She got a power upgrade and spent the year on the run, which made her stronger and tougher. She teamed up with Butcher and no longer hesitates to do what needs to be done. I mean, she spent a year being hunted by Homelander, so all this evolution makes total sense. Billy Butcher, on the other hand, showed that his goal of killing Supes is above absolutely everything. This has been clear since season 4. He wants to spread a virus capable of wiping them all out. In the comics, Butcher is cold-blooded and kills anyone in his way, including the boys themselves. On the show, he's much stronger but is dealing with a super tumor. Is he feeding this tumor with cells from other bodies? When he visited his dad, he could have just let the old man die, but that hug he gave him might have been a way to feed the tumor. The show hid his dad's death, just like it hid Ezekiel's death earlier, probably so they wouldn't reveal the tentacles too early. Does that make sense to you guys? Camp Liberty and A-Train's redemption. That Camp Liberty scene was epic. Huey was the one who held on to Hope the most, and he's the closest thing the show has to a true hero. Even Homelander felt jealous of him because Huey is genuinely loved. That just highlights Homelander's obsession with being loved and worshipped, to the point of envying Huey. That scene had everything, from the worm soup to love sausage fighting Mother's Milk. In the comics, Mother's Milk gets her powers from breast milk and discovers this during a boxing match where she accidentally punches a guy's head off. I loved the reference of him boxing in prison. Meanwhile, Love Sausage was reduced to just a henchman on the show, whereas in the comics, he was a Russian ally. And we saw Kimiko get sliced up by Homelander in seconds, making it crystal clear that nobody there has the speed to beat him in a 1v1. Speaking of Kimiko, I confess I still don't know if I like this talking version of her. The upside is that now she and Frenchie are finally together, right? That's gonna be cool. Another thing that caught my eye was Cindy showing up as a prison guard. Cindy was one of the most promising Supes on the show. She popped up in season 2 as a patient at the Sage Grove Psychiatric Hospital and kinda just turned into another Vought goon. Up until the end of season 4, I still had hope that she would rebel against Vought or something. I really thought so, but apparently they didn't want to flesh out her character too much. She was basically just there to get her ass kicked by Butcher, who only didn't kill her because of Homelander. And speaking of Butcher, can he really take down Homelander? There's absolutely no way Butcher beats him in a 1v1. Head to head, no chance. Fact. If he had a chance, he wouldn't need the serum, right? But let's talk about the real hero of the premiere, A-Train. Without him, everyone would be dead. I'll be honest, what he did to Huey's girlfriend at the start of the series is almost impossible to forgive. But in these episodes, he found ultimate redemption by giving his life for an innocent person. He died laughing, living rent-free in Homelander's head because he wasn't afraid anymore. And the funniest part is that Homelander actually absorbed all that disgust and contempt from A-Train. He's so surrounded by fake people who are only there out of fear that any genuine emotion really messes with him. Even the hatred that Butcher feels for him, he almost interprets it as devotion. And after being so humiliated by A-Train, the guy ran straight over and let Daddy out of the cryogenic tube, right? Soldier Boy and the future.
Finally, the show dropped a reference to Teenage Kicks. Guys, on the show, we have Chaylin, Shocker, Crimson Countess, and Rock Hard. And here, they are TikTokers. Inside their house, there's a wall of fame with several names of Supes who were part of Teenage Kicks. You have the current roster, which I just mentioned, and right below them are the famous names who used to be there, like Mesmer, Sister Sage, Translucent, Popclaw, and A-Train. This exact same mural in their house is a nod to issue number 3 of the comics, which is where they make their first appearance. They are the boys' first mission after the group got back together, and also Huey's first mission. The very first person Huey kills in the comics is actually Blarneycock, one of the members of Teenage Kicks. I thought it was awesome they brought this fight into the show. And of course, that Rock Hard character was hilarious. He's one of the few Supes who look so bizarrely different. Most of them always look human with maybe a slight mutation, but nothing as extreme as him. The only person with a similar mutation is Mother's Milk's mom, who is hidden in a basement, unable to walk, and absolutely massive. But in her case, she doesn't have rock-hard skin. Anyway, the whole plan to release the virus into the air was hilarious too. The virus is airborne, and the guy just held his breath because he can go a super long time without breathing. Man, he ruined everyone's plan. But the tables completely turned when Soldier Boy showed up. And about Soldier Boy,
Butcher wouldn't stand a chance against him without the serum. If Butcher could do it, he would have done it already. Soldier Boy was exposed to the virus, but he didn't die. And the proof of that is that he appeared in several other scenes in the trailers. The trailer says that Homelander wants the V1 to become immortal, and Soldier Boy already has V1 in his system. There are other ways to kill him, sure, but time wouldn't be one of them. The virus attacks Compound V, but maybe V1 is immune or more resistant. And for Homelander to become immune to the Compound V virus, he's going to go after V1. Make sense? To me, man, that's gonna be the plot moving forward. Soldier Boy is gonna come back to life and will end up helping Homelander. They might clash at first, sure, but they'll eventually come to an understanding. If Soldier Boy stays alive, man, it's because the serum saved him, period, end of story. They might even whip up a vaccine for the other soups. But think about it. If Homelander becomes immune and Soldier Boy stays by his side, who on earth is going to defeat Homelander? There's no way. I'm gonna drop a video just about that for you guys, alright? My bet is that Soldier Boy returns to help Homelander, and B-24 will be the key to their immunity. But how are the boys gonna take down two immortal monsters? I'll be bringing a video breaking down exactly how the virus affects V1 users and the other ways Homelander could be defeated. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and don't miss a thing. Even while traveling, I'm right here with you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. See you next time. Peace out.